Hey team, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you are ready to create the support blocks for this project. Now before you get scared, know that this process of building the support blocks is actually a lot less involved than putting together the elements of the truss and all the things that I've had you do so far. Let's take a look at how we can do this. You can see that I am in the part studio and I have some of the other elements of this project that I built. I'm going to create a new sketch. I'm going to create it on the front. Let me zoom in right here. And I'm going to make an outline of what I want the support block to be. So first thing, I'm going to make a square. I'm going to use the dimension tool to set its size. Let's say 2.5 centimeters on each side. Okay, the next thing is I want to create a pin. And I want it to be centered on this face. So I'm going to use the midpoints of these two sides, hit escape, go to my circle tool. This will let me go to the center of that line and I can make a circle. I'm going to set the size of that circle to be 0.5, which is the size of our pins. All right, so now that we have this, we're going to extrude this into 3D, and I'm going to show you a couple ways to make this happen. First thing, we're going to select this part, and we're going to extrude them out 2.5 centimeters into a shape, okay? So we're just going to hit OK on that. I'm going to re-enable this sketch so that we're able to see it. Because right now, if you look at it, there's no pin. So let's now do the pin. If I select the inside two parts of the sketch and I extrude this, I can extrude this to go beyond the edges of the cube. So 2.5 centimeters is going to move it up to the side of the cube. I want the pin to go out, let's say, an additional 4 centimeters from there. So I'm going to go 4 centimeters plus 2.5, making that 6.5 centimeters for the extrusion. So now, if we look on the side, we have made a pin on that side. We can go to the other side as well and do the same thing. Select this and that, extrude. We already know the distance, 6.5. And you can see that it's gone the wrong direction, so I'm going to make this negative 6.5, hit enter, and so now you can see that the pin is going in the opposite direction. I hit OK, and now you can see that I have made a support block. All right. Remember that in Onshape, you can also choose another side of any object that you create, and you could go through that exact same process of finding the center, drawing a circle, setting its size, and then extruding it so that you then get another pin. So let's go 4 centimeters. Oops, forgot to select both. There we go. Okay, hit OK. And now you can see that I've created the support block that has pins on all of the sides. So that's all there is to it. There's one more thing I do want to show you, and that is, what if you want to create a hole in your support block instead to accept a pin? Because there is one little thing that you want to be aware of. All right, so here we are back at the sketch. Now, almost everything is going to be the same if we want to make a hole instead in our support block. We'll do something similar like this. But the problem is that right now, if you remember in our sketch, the dimension of that hole is 0.5. And so if it is 0.5 and our pin is 0.5, it's not going to fit. So what you can do is you can add in a little bit to that dimension to make it so that it'll fit. So we can go in here and maybe do 0.51, which you can see makes it ever so much bigger. You can make it even a little bigger than that. You could go 0.55. That's going to make it much looser. It depends on how easy you want it to be for that pin to fit into the part of the support block. Okay. When we hit check, we now have this piece, but now this hole is going to be large enough that one of our standard dowels will go right inside. All right, last thing to do, you'll notice that this part that we've just created, this is named part 8. Let's rename it as support block and maybe hole to say that this is the one with a hole. And now in order to 3D print this, we can do a 2-finger click, export, and then we want to use STL as our format for exporting. And now you can use Slicer to take that STL file and turn it into something that you can print on our 3D printers. That's going to be it. Good luck.